December 2nd. I'm T. Waldron. This is my cat, Pumpkin. Hi, good morning, Pumpkin. Fractal's thinking about joining us. Oh, there she is. She joined us. Oh, nope. She was just cutting through. I hope you're having a good day. It is the second day of December, which is kind of exciting because I told you I'm doing a little reveal of some different ideas and information from someone I've been interested in listening to and trying out their theories since August or September of this year, and I found most of their stuff to be true. So I'm sharing with you little things that I learned every day up until December 21st, and then I'll reveal who the person is. So I thought that'd be like kind of a fun Advent calendar. Since I'm not doing a chocolate Advent calendar, this will be an information Advent calendar. So good morning. Hey, Kevin, good to see ya. Let's close our eyes if you're not driving or operating heavy machinery, and we're gonna take a few deep breaths together. Inhale through your nose. And hold it. And exhale through your mouth. That's right. And inhale. And exhale. With each breath, inhale healing peace, cleansing air just for you, and allow it to go to all the cells of your body. Imagine that your cells are happy to see that healing air, that healing oxygen, and then exhale. Exhaling stress, anger, resentment, anything negative. It doesn't belong to you. You don't own it. You can let it go. And you're lighter for it. You don't need to carry those burdens, unless you want to. One more breath together. Inhale. And exhale. Great. And hi, Fractal. I'm glad you're sitting back there. Thank you for joining us. The background. Yeah, I hope you're having a good day. So today I want to talk about mistakes, because that's one of the things that this person talks about. And I thought, ooh, I make a lot of those. What does he say about mistakes? Right. That's right, Fractal. So I adopted a philosophy a long time ago regarding mistakes. And it is that, and I heard this from somebody, I don't even know. It was like, I think it was around one of my kids' sports or something. Was it a win or was it a learn? Right? Hey, thanks for the hearts. So that's a good way to, reframe your mistake. You're not, yeah, you might have done something you don't prefer and something happened. It wasn't how you thought it would end up, but what can you get out of it? Where did you learn? Where did you get stronger? What did you learn what not to do? So if we can switch, and the same thing happened and the same results happened, but it's how we perceive the situation is what gives us our power. Rather than being a victim to our mistakes, we can be empowered by them, which is it's a total 180 shift. But I thought that's really good, because I started that early on because I made a lot of mistakes and I'm like, oh man, I really screwed that up. And that goes back to that internal dialogue that we talk about. What are you telling yourself? When your brain is talking to you, what's it saying? Is it being nice to a friend? Or is it being is it saying stuff to you you never say to one of your friends? Or is it abusive? My inner thoughts I used to be really mean to myself. So you can change it. That's the beauty of this. Hi, Sarah, welcome. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so that was one. So is it a win or is it a learn? Are you learning from your mistakes, or are you, did it come out the way you want, or did you learn from it, or is it a win or a learn? Whatever happens. And you can change your framing, and try that for today. If you make a mistake, say that to yourself, and you can definitely try that. What about things we cannot control? Ooh, that's a great question. Yeah, I think your answer is within your question, Seed. If you can't control it, then it's up to you to find a way to live with it. If it's something like people have free will, if you're trying to help somebody and they're choosing not to take your advice or your good example or your help, then you have to let that go and say, you know what, I'm sending good vibes, and don't focus on it and try to control them, because that's where we lose our power, is when we try to control things. It's not our job it's just our job to do our best and to maintain that positive framework in our mindset. And then you would be shocked how different things unfold that you can't even imagine. They're even better than what your mind can imagine, only knows what has happened in the past. Your intuition, your soul has bigger plans for you. And another phrase I used to say to myself, if not this, then better. And I think I started figuring that out from, I heard that from Florence Scovel Shinn. If not this, then better, So if it's something that happens, you're like, oh, that was not great. Well, if not this, then something better is going to happen. And you maybe don't know what that's going to be. Oh, Salem, welcome. That was a great question, Seed. Yeah, good morning, Art. It's like the serenity prayer. Absolutely. That's so true, Art. Yeah. So getting oh, okay. No, absolutely not. So getting abused emotionally growing up, that trauma is something you have to live with. Well, hopefully you're an adult now and you can choose not to expose yourself to that, because that happened to a lot of us growing up. I know, that happens. That's so common. And unfortunately, sometimes we still have to work with that person or interact with that person. So yeah, no, that's a great question. No, you should never subject yourself to that. However, you can, if you have to deal with that person, you can set boundaries and say, listen, if you want to talk to me, this is what you have to do. And that can be really hard when it's a parent or a grandparent or aunt or an uncle, or one of your siblings, somebody you've been close to, one of your lifelong friends. When you start getting healthy and setting boundaries, because I was a huge people pleaser and I would just let people walk all over me. And yeah, they'll, if you're not careful, people might emotionally abuse you, and they will because they can. But once you start setting the boundaries, and once you start telling, you have to set the boundary for yourself, saying, okay, I'm not going to allow people to speak to me this way. And if they do, I'll remove myself from the situation, or I'll do this or that, figuring out something you can do. Absolutely not. No, you should not live with that. No, but also trying to heal from that past trauma. If we keep saying, I was so traumatized, we're giving our power to that trauma. And by saying to ourselves, yes, that happened to me, and I'm going to learn how I don't want to treat other people. So if you can somehow take that, and I find for me, the biggest, most painful things in my life are the things that I learn the most from, and that they make me a more powerful person. You probably survived some significant trauma. So then how can you take that? And it's up to us to figure out, how can we take that and use it for good? If that's what you want to do. And that's what I choose to do. I'm choosing the things that happened to me. I was bullied as a kid and whatever. I think most of us were, right? Or are. Sometimes online, I'm like, huh. But I think we have to take that and alchemize it into something good. Yeah. Sometimes, yeah. The most super successful people are either sociopaths or psychopaths, Seed says, as they just ignore consequential point of abuse. Where I come from, success means, yeah, you know what? And that's, okay, that is so common, but it's not everywhere. And it's not every single successful rich person, because I thought that too. And then I met some kind, philanthropic people that had means, people that had abundance. And I'm like, okay, I'm looking to see, and they're helping people. They're giving away a lot of their money. They're kind to people they don't have to be kind to. They seem like good people that I'm like, they seem like they're okay. That's a great question. Yeah. That's a good question too, Art. Where are you from, Seed? Oh, thank you, Terrifier. Nice to see you. So I had that mindset too, that well-off people were, got the money through ill gains. They were sneaky and and yes, absolutely. There's some people that don't care about others, that are just in it for themselves, but that's not everybody. And it's very difficult when your parents or somebody of authority says you're only successful if you're making money. You're only successful if you have a good job. And then our love, our feeling of like, well, is that how I get love, is tied up in with that. So then it's up to us as adults. We didn't do it to ourselves, but it's up to us to untangle all of those traumas, all of those burdens we had as kids, figure out why we think that way, and then search for the truth. And I'm glad you found this channel, because that's exactly what I'm doing here. And I hope you find it useful. Your questions are excellent. Yeah. So thank you so much. And I want to thank our moderator, Imran Hossain. He does a great job keeping our chat positive. The abused get treated clinically and not the abuser. Oh, I lived that. I can't. Yes, absolutely. But you know what? We're more powerful. Okay. So those, people that are kind people who have been abused, who realize it. The first step is realizing it, because some people think that's just the way life is. That's just how family life is, or that's just how people grow up. No. The first step is realizing it, stepping back and realizing, and then working to get healthy. And you know what? I wouldn't trade my position for anybody else, because I'm really doing this journey on my own and learning. It's painful. Like, it's really hard, but also I think through that pain and discomfort is where the biggest growth lies. And you're limitless. You are limitless. You are powerful. You have a soul inside of you that no matter what happened, it is intact and it knows how to heal you. And that comes from Internal Family Systems by Dick Schwartz. That's his theory. And that I learned early on, and that really helped me start the healing process. And I'm still working on it every day. And it's great. It's a beautiful journey. It's painful, but I love it. And sometimes it's really affirming and beautiful, and it's everything, but it's also not easy. Yeah. So let's see what you guys have been saying. Yeah, that's so true though. Seed. Yeah, some places operate on a caste system. Absolutely, yeah. And that can be very, very different than what we're used to here in America. Okay. Yes, this is Pumpkin. She's 17, and I'm T. Waldron, and I'm 55. Toxic, welcome back. 35 years ago, you would have been my brother's wife's cousin-in-law. I still am toxic. Thanks, Jim. Nice to see you again. Hi there, Aja kids. Welcome back. We got some folks dropping back in. Thanks, Jim and Aja. Where I'm from, they only give you context and make you feel emotionally empathetic to me, which is just something that doesn't solve the problem, right? Yeah. I know there's a lot of stuff online now. I started learning about internal family systems online, and then a lot of different stuff through libraries and going online and things like that. Yeah. Hello, Greta. Welcome. Hybrid Indra. Hi. No, I'm from near New York. Are you from upstate New York? Toxic? Good guess. Yeah. So, I just wanted to leave you with that. We had a deep topic today, but I have to actually run out to yoga. But tune in tomorrow, 8 a.m. We can pick up this interesting topic, because it's so true. It's true. The people that, and I've said this before with some of the people that have helped me get healthy and who are on the same path, the people that are getting healthy and learning to know and love themselves are often on a path that people around them don't understand. So it's going to be up to them to either, accept the new us, accept who we are now, and accept our new boundaries, or, we may have to distance ourselves from them if we can. So that can be challenging. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Prentice. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm grateful too. I'm glad you found us. There are no coincidences. This is synchronicity. So definitely come back. So I think, I love chatting with people. And if you have a challenging question, I might have already been through it, because I've been through a lot. I've been doing this now for 5 years, the self-growth. And hopefully some of my learning can, maybe you can find something useful. If you have something, please do share it. I love that. Simple man. Oh, that's beautiful. Simplicity is where I'm trying to get to in life. So congratulations. That's beautiful. All right. So from myself to yourself, thank you for joining me on this journey. Thanks for the great chat today, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow, 8 a.m. Say goodbye, Pumpkin. Okay. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.